hard fouls Angel Reese or goes near Angel Reese, she squares up to them. And I mean it. Like, I don't care. By the way, I don't care about this. I don't care about standing up for teammates. I don't care about standing up for yourself. You know what? I'm okay. I don't even care if she gets a suspension. You know what? So be it. So be it. But, like, they're obvious technical fouls. She got swatted by Maria Klindakova yesterday and just squared up to her. Like, she just gets into it with every single player. We saw it in Unrivaled. She gets into it with every...
Imagine being so volatile that your entire season hangs by a thread. One outburst from vanishing. That's the reality for Chicago Sky star Angel Reese, who's now the WNBA's most penalized player with 7 technical fouls. One more and she's gone. Benched without pay while her team's playoff hopes crumble.
Not only does bricklayer Ratchet Reese lead the league in turnovers, she also leads the league in technical fouls with 7. And if she gets one more technical foul, her goofy ass is sitting down to be suspended for a game, man, because she can't control that ratchet bad attitude that I tell y'all about all the time.
But this isn't just about Reese. It's about a league spiraling into chaos, players fighting refs, coaches losing control, and a discipline system crumbling. How did the WNBA's rising star become its biggest liability? The rule change. Until 2025, 7 technicals meant suspension. The WNBA raised it to 8 this season to match its expanded 44-game schedule, a move critics call a marketing shield for stars like Reese.
Lads, Angel Reese is currently about to be suspended. She has 7 technical fouls on the season. And if this was last season, in a 44-game season, she would have already been suspended.
But with 21 games left, her average of 1 tech every 3 games makes suspension almost inevitable. Financial time bomb. A suspension would cost Reese a game check. A brutal irony for a player who publicly criticized the league's disrespectful salaries. She's already paid $1,800 in fines this year alone. The rescind gamble. Sky coach Teresa Weatherspoon admits begging the league to erase techs. We've tried. It's up to the league's discretion, but hopes are dim. The WNBA rarely reverses calls, especially with Reese's history of confrontations.
What you got, Angel? We're dribbling.
Cross.
Fouled.
Ooh. The dribble. A lot of ball on that play. You can see by the facial expression of Marie. She knew she had a lot of ball as well.
I can see it.
Angel Reese going inside. She's using her size and
Somebody.
physicality, trying to push Klindakova off the space.
Angel Reese has already drawn 3 fouls, and I think she just got attacked.
Smash like if Reese deserves suspension next tech, or tap this like if refs are targeting her. Let's settle this in the comments. The incidents that ignited the fuse. The Clark rivalry flashpoint. Reese's first tech came in the season opener against Caitlin Clark. After Clark's flagrant foul sent her sprawling, Reese confronted her, sparking double technicals in a viral feud that set the tone for her season.
Goofy ass Ratchet Reese out here doing so great on the court with that bad ratchet attitude, racking up tech after tech after tech, man. Fake ass point forward, leading the league in turnovers because she wants to act like she's a point guard so bad, to act like she's better than Caitlin Clark when her ass can't dribble or do anything. How the you a forward leading in turnovers because you want to try to be a point guard so bad with no...
The clipboard meltdown. During a tie game against Washington, Reese slapped a clipboard from assistant coach and Crosby's hands on national TV. The act exposed locker room fractures. Reese later admitted players were tired of verbal confrontations with coaches.
People are picking up on is when she is walking over to the bench and she slaps the clipboard out of her coach's hand. And you guys, my honest reaction to this when I first saw it, I was just laughing. It's kind of like the reaction that you're seeing from me right here. I wouldn't look into this too hard. I know it's already become controversial because they're like, oh, if another player did this, there would be think pieces written about it. And
Ejected from history. Months earlier, Reese became the first player ever ejected from the offseason unrivaled league after a double technical. Her coach downplayed it. Players are super competitive? I understood her frustration. League-wide chaos and double standards. Tech foul epidemic. Reese isn't alone. The WNBA saw 92 player technicals pre-All-Star break, up 11 from 2024. Coaches added 30 more. Dallas star Liz Cambridge claimed she got a tech for a look at a referee. Discipline disparity. Reese's 7 techs dwarf rivals. Shakira Austin is 5. Yet her $1,800 fine feels like a slap versus harsher penalties for lesser-known players. Fans rage. If this was a reserve, she'd be suspended.
The emotional decline continues for Angel Reese. The temper tantrums, the complete loss of emotional control continues for the Bayou Barbie, as well as the Chi-Town Barbie and Double Double Barbie, and whatever other alias that Angel Reese has decided to give her.
The hidden rule shift. While the league framed the tech threshold increase 7-8 as schedule-related, insiders suspect it protects marketable stars. Reese's case now tests this theory. The domino effect of suspension, expanded analysis. Chicago's collapse, a team on life support. Without Angel Reese's league-leading 12.5 rebounds per game, the Chicago Sky's identity vanishes. Their 7-18 record isn't just bad, it's historically dire. In games Reese missed 1-7 record, the Sky suffered 4 30-plus point blowouts, exposing gaping holes in defense and morale, averaged 18 fewer rebounds per game, allowing opponents second-chance point at will. Saw a scoring drop by 14 points nightly, with no player filling Reese's double-double void.
Angel Reese is the problem in Chicago Sky, and I've been telling you this since last year. You're not going to win a championship the way that they're playing right now. I don't care if they have Nafisa on the team, Breonna Stewart, or even Angel on the team. If you play your offense through Angel Reese, you're never going to win a championship. Never.
Coach Weatherspoon's system relies on Reese's aggression. Without her, the offense stagnates into isolation plays, and the defense lacks its anchor. Playoff hopes? Extinguished. Financial irony when protest meets consequence. A suspension would slash Reese's already controversial $74,000 salary. Consider the brutal math. Rent versus salary. Reese's $8,000 per month Chicago rent consumes 85% of her monthly take-home pay. Losing even one game check could risk housing instability. The endorsement lifeline. Her Reebok deal, $250,000 per year, offsets WNBA pay, but suspension clauses could reduce payouts if she's labeled high risk. The bigger fight, Reese's fines total $1,800 this season, equal to 2 weeks' grocery for her family. This fuels her advocacy for revenue-sharing reform. The message is clear. The league penalizes players for passion while denying them living wages.
Genuinely, one of the funny things about this is that her fans are arguing that none of the techs are warranted. They are all warranted. Like, what are we talking about? Every one of these techs are warranted. I'm not joking when I say this. They're like, oh, 4 of her 7 techs have been from double techs. Yeah. Something happens in the game and you square up to your opponent. It's a double tech. And your opponent, you go head to head with your opponent's a double tech. It's never not been a double tech.
The Clark contrast, a star power chasm. Caitlin Clark's absence doesn't just lower ratings, it exposes Reese's limited marketability. Viewership reality, the 36% all-star drop wasn't random. Clark's games average 1.2 M viewers. Reese is top at 780,000. Ticket economics, Fever games with Clark command $250 plus resale prices. Sky games rarely break $50.
NBA All-Star Weekend is supposed to be the star of all stars. All the big dogs is out. Asia Wilson, Sabrina Ionescu, Breonna Stewart, everybody's out. The big dogs are out. You got the Rook, you got Angel Reese, Miss Me Too. All of the stars are here. And look at this news. The get-in price for the WNBA All-Star Game in Indianapolis has dropped 48% from $121 to just $64 after news broke that Caitlin Clark won't.
Cultural footprint. Google searches for Caitlin Clark shoes outpace Angel Reese shoes 15:1 post All-Star. Clark's appeal crosses demographics. She's the WNBA's Taylor Swift. Reese's brand, while fierce, remains niche. Collision, the hidden dominoes. 1. Sponsorship flight. If suspended, Reese's volatile label could scare brands. Reebok might pivot marketing dollars to calmer rookies like Cameron Brink. 2. Youth impact. Chicago's number 22 jerseys top youth sales locally. A suspension could alienate young fans who emulate Reese's unapologetic style. 3. Legacy damage. Reese risked becoming a cautionary tale, a talent derailed by temperament. History remembers champions, not technical foul leaders.
Angel Reese said that she was done being polite. She was done being humble. I'm done being silent. The Bayou Barbie is mad, mad, mad. And Barbie is about to start clapping back at the haters. To her credit, Angel Reese said what she meant and meant what she...
The final forecast. Reese's suspension wouldn't just bench a player. It would accelerate Chicago's race for the number 1 draft pick and inevitable tank accusations, force the league to confront its disciplined double standards, prove Clark's stardom is singular, and Reese's villain persona can't compete. The countdown has started. 1 technical foul stands between Angel Reese and a reckoning that could define or destroy her career. Reese's public outbursts aren't just technical fouls. They're eroding Chicago's foundation behind closed doors.
But there is the part of me that's like, is this really necessary? And shouldn't Angel Reese be able to market herself at this point without invoking or even, insinuating some sort of attachment to Caitlin Clark? Because if I'm being honest about it, people say that moment was huge. It will live forever. That moment will live forever. But Caitlin Clark was on this trajectory already. And if anyone has benefited more from the attachment, at least from an attention standpoint.
Young players in crisis. Rookies like Kamilla Cardoso now mimic Reese's confrontational style, drawing unnecessary fouls in crucial moments. During a recent timeout, Cardoso shouted at assistants, a direct echo of Reese's clipboard incident. Veteran exodus. 2 veteran leaders privately requested trades after Reese's ejection in Minnesota. We signed up to win, not babysit, one told staff. Team chemistry now hangs by a thread. Leadership void when Reese slammed the scorer's table in July, shattering a monitor. Coaches find her internally. Teammates saw the unspoken message. Rules don't apply to stars. The silent casualty? Development. Sky's number 1 draft pick, Matilda Eck, now spends practices learning damage control instead of defensive rotations.
Feel sorry for only one person. That's Caitlin Clark for the WNBA. Someone who actually brought hope, brought decorum, professionalism, brought excitement, the magic to the league. And it's like this whole league is trying to extinguish the magic, the positivity. And I don't believe in this whole, women support women. Nah. The WNBA really shows that's not the case, man. They really destroyed that.
Balance scale 2. Referee tightrope, walking the bias minefield. Officials face impossible choices with Reese. The Reese rule. Refs now huddle pre-game about her tech count. Some admit privately. We swallow whistles on her minor offenses to avoid controversy. This creates uneven enforcement. Fans see Reese shove opponents with no call, while reserves get teed up for shrugs. Fan warfare. After Reese's 7th tech, conspiracy theories exploded online. Hashtag WNBA trended for 48 hours. League insiders confirm refs now fear assignments involving Chicago, knowing every call faces forensic scrutiny. Data tells the tale. In Reese's last 5 games, referees called 23% fewer fouls against the defenders. Why? Avoidance. The result? Reese takes more hard hits while opponents exploit refs' hesitation. The unintended consequence? Non-star players suffer. When refs overcorrect for Reese, role players get phantom technicals for excessive breathing. 3. The passion paradox. Entertainment versus self-destruction. Coach Weatherspoon's defense of Reese's fire ignores cold reality. The Minnesota blueprint in Reese's 9-turnover game against the Lynx. Q3, 5:12 left. After no call, Reese screamed at a ref during live play. Lynx scored an uncontested layup. Q4, 1:58 left. Down 4 points. Reese forced a reckless pass through triple coverage. Turnover number 9. Sky lost by 11. Statistically toxic. When Reese accumulates 3+ personal fouls before halftime, the Sky lose 89% of games. Her passion directly triggers rush shots, defensive lapses, and transition buckets for opponents. The entertainment lie. Weatherspoon claims fans pay for drama, but Sky home games have 23% no-show rates when Reese's tech count dominates headlines. As one courtside fan yelled, "We came for basketball, not tantrums." The 3 escape routes. That won't work. The Zen Reese experiment. Chicago hired a mindfulness coach. It lasted 3 days. Reese skipped sessions, calling them for weak-minded people. Positional shift. Coaches suggested moving her from forward to center to reduce ball handling turnovers. Reese refused. I'm a point forward, period. League intervention. The WNBA quietly offered emotional regulation resources. Reese's agent declined, citing unwanted targeting. The inevitable endgame. Reese's suspension isn't a question. It's physics. Consider the 22-game pattern, her text cluster in 3-game bursts after losses, with Chicago facing 5 top-tier teams next. Guaranteed explosion. The salary trap, Reese's $74,000 salary, means fines don't bite. At $200 per tech, she'd need 37 technicals to lose 1 month's rent. No deterrent exists. The fan divide. 68% of young fans support Reese's realness. But advertisers flee. Local sponsors drop 30% after the clipboard incident. When Reese's 8 tech comes, and it will, the fallout rewrites WNBA history. Chicago implodes, accelerating a fire sale of veterans. Reebok pauses her shoe line, citing brand safety concerns. The league changes rules in real time, publicly adjusting tech thresholds again to avoid future Reese scenarios. Her legacy won't be rebounds or double-doubles, but the player who forced the WNBA to choose between integrity and entertainment. Reese isn't just fighting opponents. She's battling herself. The texts, the ejections, the clipboard explosion. They paint a star trapped by her own intensity. A suspension won't just bench her. It will expose the WNBA's failure to manage its players' fire. But here's the twist. This isn't only on Reese. When refs hand text for a look, when coaches enable outbursts as passion, and when the league tweaks rules to protect stars, they all feed this chaos. Reese's 8 technical isn't a possibility. It's a ticking bomb. And when it detonates, the entire league will feel the blast. Was Reese wrong? Or are the refs targeting her? Comment your take below. And subscribe now. We're tracking the suspension countdown daily. You won't want to miss the explosion.